Hello students, a warm welcome to you from SGT University. I am Dr. Priyanka Sachdeva, Department of Community Medicine, Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences. World is rapidly changing with many new partners working on the global health. Political leaders are also realizing that health is essential for both people and countries to live their full potential. That is why many such organizations are working every day to promote the health, keep the world safe and save the vulnerable. And one such organization is WHO. So today we will discuss on the topic World Health Organization. World Health Organization or WHO is a specialized, non-political health agency of the United Nations that works to make sure that everyone, wherever they live, have access to medicines and essential health services when they need them. Based on research, WHO sets standards and make recommendations that protect people as they grow, live, work and age. It's all linked. It's enable children to survive and reach their full potential, ensure their mothers to have healthy pregnancies and can continue to contribute to society, to ensure people enjoy longer, healthier and more productive lives, try to find new and better approaches and then work hard to put innovation into action. We have seen results. HIV mortality has been cut half from 2009 to 19 and also measles vaccines have prevented more than 20 million child deaths since 2000. But how did we get here? To understand the origin of World Health Organization, we need to first understand the concept of quarantine. In the 14th century, Europe people were terrified of plague, so ships suspected of harboring infections were detained at port for a period of 40 days before they could enter the city. The idea was that with the passage of time, the underlying infection would either manifest into full-blown disease or die, thus protecting the citizens. And this is called quarantine. But there was no uniformity in the quarantine measures in different parts of the world. So, in 1851, an international sanitary conference was convened at Paris to bring about some orders and uniformity. But unfortunately, it failed. Then, in 1902, a Pan-American Sanitary Bureau was set up to bring uniformity in the quarantine measures. It was the first international health agency and later renamed as Pan-American Health Organization with its headquarters in Washington, D.C. After the First World War, the health wing of League of Nations was set up. Then there was a Second World War, following which the United Nations was finally set up. WHO was one of the many parts of the United Nations. So in April 1945, United Nations Conference in San Francisco, US approves establishment of a new autonomous international health organization. Then in July 1946, International Health Conference in New York approved the constitution of WHO. So on 7th April 1948, WHO formally came into existence and this day is celebrated as World Health Day. The World Health Day theme is chosen every year to focus attention on a specific aspect of public health for that particular year. For example, for 2018 and 19, it was Universal Health Coverage, Everyone and Everywhere. And for 2020, it was Support Nurse and Midwives. The main objective of WHO is attainment of highest level of health by all people that will permit them to lead a socially and economically productive life. Let's discuss about the structure of World Health Organization. Structure of WHO consists of World Health Assembly, Executive Board and Secretariat. Now about the World Health Assembly. It is a supreme governing body, also known as the Health Parliament, and it meets annually, usually in May in Geneva. The main functions of World Health Assembly includes to determine international health policy and programs, to review the work of the past, to approve the budget for the following year, and to elect member states of the Executive Board. The second one is the Executive Board. It consists of 34 members, of which one-third renewed yearly or annually. It gives effect to decisions and policies of the Assembly. It meets twice a year in January and May. It has a power to take decisions in case of emergency. The third one is the Secretariat, which is headed by the Director General and assisted by the 5 Assistant Director Generals. It provides technical and the managerial support. WHO is divided into 6 regions and each region is headed by the Regional Director. Its headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland and operates through offices in 150 countries and includes 194 member states. Now let's take a look on functions of World Health Organization. Major functions include prevention and control of specific disease, family health, environmental health, comprehensive health services, biomedical research, health statistics, health literature and information, and the last one is cooperation with other organizations. Now we will discuss each function in detail. The first one is prevention and control of specific disease. A good example for this is global eradication of smallpox. WHO is responsible not only for the epidemiological surveillance of communicable diseases like HIV, AIDS, malaria, tuberculosis, but also carried activities on non-communicable diseases like cancer, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, drug addiction, etc. And also responsible for maintaining the weekly epidemiological records of all these diseases. Done activities on vector biology and control, immunology, quality control of drugs, drug evaluation and monitoring, and health laboratory technology. Another one is development of the health services. WHO functions to promote and support the development of both National Health Policy and National Health Program, organizing the health system based on the primary health care. Appropriate Technology for Health is a new program to encourage self-sufficiency in primary health care and development of health manpower and building of long-term national capabilities and research. Next one is family health. Chief concern of WHO is to improve the quality of life of the family as a unit. Its important components are maternal and child health, human reproduction, nutrition, and health education. Next one is environmental health. WHO provides advisory to government regarding the provision of the basic sanitary services, protection of the quality of air, water and food, health conditions at work, especially radiation protection, and early identification of new hazards originating from the new technological developments. WHO is responsible for dissemination of a wide variety of morbidity and mortality statistics relating to health problem. It publishes its data on weekly epidemiological record, World Health Statistics both quarterly and annually, and also responsible for publication of International Classification of Disease, which is updated every 10 years. Remember that WHO doesn't itself do research, but it stimulates and coordinates the research work. It also coordinates the research work through worldwide network of WHO collaborating centers, and it provides grants to research workers and research institutions. Target of WHO special programs for research and training in tropical diseases include malaria, filariasis, leprosy, schistosomiasis, and leishmaniasis. Now about the health literature and information. WHO Library is a satellite center of medical literature analysis and retrieval system. It is the only computerized indexing system covering whole of medicine on an international basis. And the last function is cooperation with other organizations. WHO collaborates with UN and other specialized agencies and also maintains working relationship with number of international government organizations. WHO is assisting more countries to move towards providing the universal health coverage so that everyone has access to affordable health services. But there's still a lot of work to be done, whether it's a rapid response to an epidemic or cultivating local partnerships with people on ground. WHO is a driving force for a healthier world, boosting the trajectory of lives saved and laying the foundation for better health, for all solutions for a healthy world for everyone and everywhere. So today we covered World Health Organization. Next time we meet, we will be exploring some another topic. Till then, keep learning, keep growing. See you next time.